We love taking you to homegrown food venues around the state. And when the specialty is something like catfish, well, all the better. Our first destination is a popular restaurant in Centerville called Fish Camp. And in addition to fish, there's a heartening story there about overcoming adversity after that flood of 2010. It's a scenic spot off Highway 100, just outside of Centerville. The Fish Camp has been a popular destination for lovers of, well, fish, of course, since it first opened in the early 80s.
My uncle started in '82, and I worked for him washing dishes the first day. And then I washed dishes and moved to cook, and then we used to clean all our own catfish here.
Years later, when Troy Bates' uncle decided to hang up his apron and sell the place, well, he and wife Kim had a big decision to make.
We just decided that we would give it a try. So in '99, we bought the Fish Camp and started it, and here we are 20 years later.
Weekdays, most customers are local regulars who made lunch at the Fish Camp somewhat of a ritual.
There's a variety of people that come in here at lunchtime. There's just a lot of nice folks that come in here on a daily basis, and we just have a lot of, the community support.
On weekends, Fish Camp becomes a destination for travelers, especially those who are on a quest for some top-notch Tennessee River catfish.
You walk around in the dining room and talk to folks. It seems like they're always kind of eager to tell you where they're from. I'm from Clarksville, I'm from Dixon, and just kind of have a minute to share with them how they got here to eat. How did they find out about the Fish Camp? And so it's always kind of interesting to me.
Things were going great for the couple and the restaurant until May 2010. That's when everything came to a disastrous halt, after the nearby Duck River overflowed and flooded, nearly submerging the entire building.
Like about 2 inches getting to the ceiling of the old building. It stayed up for a couple of days, and then when it went down, just everything was covered with mud. It's just kind of a blur now. Things just happen so quick, and we just kind of lost our jobs and our business at the same time.
Undaunted, the couple was determined to build a new place on the same property. And by January 2011, they were back in business, bigger and better than ever, with the same time-tested recipes. What's your take on how to make catfish consistently good like you folks do?
Well, you have to keep your batter consistent. I'm the only one that makes the batter, and I keep it mixed up for our folks, and keeping good clean oil, keeping fresh fish, because everything's fresh.
Yeah, you're the only one that makes the batter now.
Yes, sir.
Why that?
I just want it to be consistent every time. That way I know the batter's exact every time.
So what do you have in the batter?
I can't tell you that.
Of course, sides like hush puppies play a big role in the perfect catfish plate. Belinda DeVore has been making sure theirs are first rate since day one.
We have a special recipe. It came from JT and Linda Wright's. It was one of their recipes, and we've kept it because it worked for them, so it's working for us. And if you don't make it right the first time, you don't get to make them again.
While whole catfish and catfish fillets enjoy top billing, you might get sidetracked by the pulled pork barbecue, cooked on site and highly rated. Then there are the daily meat and three specials.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we do a meat and three every day for lunch. And then on Sundays, we have our big plate lunch. We get a meat and three. We have our own recipes. We go by them and stick to them.
Kim and I, we try to walk around and check on folks, meet folks, and just make sure everybody's getting everything that you're supposed to.
Now, there might be a short wait on weekends. They're pretty busy, but that gives you a chance to come out here to the pond and feed the pet catfish, the lucky ones. Today, Fish Camp thrives thanks to the dedication and hard work of its proud owners and employees. Troy and Kim Bates boldly followed a dream that even a flood couldn't drown. And their measure of satisfaction could be summed up this way.
Just folks being happy and saying it's the best catfish they've ever eaten and saying they will be back.